Dog Gadgets Live.
Hello, welcome to Brown Dog Gadgets Live. I'm Amanda, the Education Outreach Coordinator here at Brown Dog Gadgets. Behind the camera, I've got Josh.
Yay, I'm here.
Yay. Someone else is here too. I heard a
You know,
bloop.
I'm going to give you a guess who that might be.
It's either Peter or Mike.
Let's find out. It's Pete!
Yay! Hi, Pete. I miss you. I hope you feel better soon. Josh has been doing a good job though. He's trying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Today we are going to be doing the 8-bit love circuit cube. But before we jump into that, if you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Also, the template that you see today, as well as all of our other projects, products, and guides can be found at browndoggadgets.com. And then if you have any questions or just want to chat with us like Pete does, you can feel free to drop something in the comments, or you can always email us afterwards at help@browndoggadgets.com. All right, Josh, I do not have a demo today. We're just going to jump to the overhead cam.
How is it even possible?
Well, it just
There's
is.
like one of the tubs over there.
I looked for one.
Oh, is there one up front?
Because I was going to re-photograph it because I don't like the photo on the website.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Win some, lose some.
Because I think the photo was just a cube before, and you had like the faces that you put on it with the artwork, right?
I don't know.
I think so. So now it's all one piece. So the template you'll print off double-sided. Nice and easy. I did take a ruler and an X-Acto knife and kind of score those black lines too, so when I fold it up, it is kind of crisp and folds easily. But we're going to jump into making the circuit right away. So for this circuit, all I need is one of our peel and stick vibrating motors, some maker tape, and a battery. I'm going to start by adding my peel and stick motor right where the picture is, down there. And then I'm going to use maker tape to build our circuit. If you've never used it before, maker tape is a nylon conductive tape. It is the far superior cousin to copper foil tape. Copper foil tape rips really easily, isn't always conductive. It's just a pain to use in the classroom. Maker tape is not. The guide for this project does have you putting the maker tape over the top of your motor wires. I am going to do that, but I'm also going to put a little maker tape underneath. It's what we call the sandwich method. That way I know that it will be a little more foolproof when we are actually working on that circuit. When we close up the box, it won't stop working on me. Now I've got a little slit cut into my cube here. That's going to be where my switch goes. So I'm going to stick some of my maker tape through that slit. I'm going to put it down, push it down onto the front like that, and then pull it back. I want to keep that gap that's there because that gap is going to help me make sure that I can turn my circuit off when not in use.
You got that on the first try, Amanda. I'm impressed.
It's because I do it way too often. All right, then I'm going to take some maker tape and actually stick my wires down to it. You'll notice that if you've ever used these kinds of motors that you've gotten from Amazon or something like that before, you'll notice that we actually have a little bit more wire stripped off the end than those because we want to make it a little easier to connect to. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. There we go. And then also running my nail along the sides of that wire is just going to help make a strong connection. All right. Then we'll finish working on these pathways here. So we've got the path that will be underneath the battery.
Do a fold, do a fold.
I'm doing it just for you, Josh.
Yay!
Here's a good spot for it. Thank you. I think about 2 years ago, Josh, when I was like, I don't know how to do that. All right, and then I'm going to use about 1 inch worth of maker tape to make a tape loop, and that's going to hold the battery in place in my circuit. So I'm going to take about 1 inch, roll it up with the sticky side out, and then put that right on top of this pathway here. Use one of our CR2032 batteries. Positive side facing up. Don't know if that was fitting, but okay. Sure. And then I need to lead a pathway from the positive side of my battery to the opposite side of my slit. So I'm going to stick that into the slit, push it down onto the front, and pull it all the way. Nope, I don't like it. It's crooked. That's all right. I know, I did it so perfectly the first time, and then you mentioned it. The great thing with Maker Tape is, nice Pete. The great thing with Maker Tape is I can cut it and just overlap pieces and make it work. So I went really crooked on it on that one. My gap is still there, and I've pulled it and tightened it on the other side. So now I'm just going to add another piece that overlaps to the top of the battery. Now technically, my circuit still has a gap in it that is built in on purpose like we talked about. So I want to make sure that it works before I close it up. So I'm going to use the Maker Tape and I'm going to bridge that gap just to make sure that my circuit works. And it does. Perfect. So then we're going to fold on all those lines on the front. If you are printing double-sided, you can see that mine is off a little bit. So scoring from the lines on the front are just going to make sure that your artwork is actually where you expect it to be. All right. And then we're going to, wow. Clearly I was not looking at the screen. Josh is having fun with just things on screen today. I appreciate it. I'm going to use just regular tape to tape up my cube. I am technically using gift wrap tape because anytime you go over a part that is in color, you could definitely see regular tape a lot better. And this way this kind of disappears. You gonna find some other images, Josh? What you got up your sleeve now?
I was thinking of it.
I know. More 8-bit hearts. Almost got this bad boy taped up. This is where I think Josh would just add like 2 pieces of tape and say it's done. That's not Pete and I. It's not our style. It needs to look nice. Well, I like that one. Sounds perfect for this project. All right, 2 more pieces of tape. And then we can make our switch that will control our cube. And then I want to make sure that this piece of tape does not go over my slit there. Otherwise, I'm going to block where my switch will go. All right, so there is my cube all set to go. And then we're going to create our switch that will go in that slit. So we'll fold it in half the hot dog way and then the hamburger way. You're welcome. And then we're going to wrap Maker Tape just around 1/2 of it. So the front and around to the back of just one end. That way you can put the slit into that gap on the opposite end if you need to store it so it won't work then. All right, so just like that, we've got our switch. And when I put it in the slit, so my slit is a little bit bigger. It works, but it doesn't stay engaged. So easy fix for that. I'm gonna add another layer of Maker Tape. It's just gonna thicken that a little bit because I don't need a whole lot. It's very close. And then it'll stay engaged. There it is. That is the 8-bit love cube. Yay. With so many 8-bit images on screen. That's
There could be
beautiful.
more.
Oh, I believe you. But instead of there being more, we're just going to talk about tomorrow and then let people go because there's no point in wasting their time. Tomorrow, we will be jumping into our microbit project, which is the step sequencer. It is a lot of tape, but a really cool project. And then next week, we are going to be doing our heartfelt bracelet as well as the Be Minecraft. And we're taking off on Thursday next week. That's right, because Josh and I are headed to Portland. Awesome. If you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Also, the template for this, as well as all of our other templates, guides, projects, and products can be found at browndoggadgets.com. I do highly suggest printing this on heavier cardstock, just so it stands up to all this. And then if you have any questions, you can always email Josh at help@browndoggadgets.com. Awesome. That is all I've got for you today. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope you'll join us tomorrow for the step sequencer. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media at browndoggadgets. We'll see you next time.